Do you struggle with the little chip and run shots around the green? If so, then today I'm going to show you how to play this shot and make it a shot that you're really keen to get to play if you miss the green. So chip and run shot can be played with lots of different clubs. It doesn't have to be played with the traditional 7-iron, even though that's actually what I have here today. The action that we would make to play the chip and run, bump and run shot is going to be the same regardless of the club that you're going to use to play the shot. Now, a couple of things I want to go over with you. This is not a shot that we're trying to hit the ball particularly high. It's a shot that we're hoping to get the ball running out onto the green. The reason that we would use different clubs is all dependent upon how much longer grass, that could be fringe grass, could be fairway grass, before the ball gets to the green. In an ideal situation, when we play the chip and run shot, we're going to choose a club that will flight the ball just enough to get it onto the green and allow the ball to then run out and roll out towards the pin. Now, the action for this, we're looking for fairly narrow stance and ball fairly well back in that stance, without exaggerating where the hands are pushed away for us. But we're looking for the ball, a little bit right of centre, hands just sitting as normal inside of the left leg. Now, the key with this action here is that, one, in the setup, that we set a little bit more of our weight, maybe 60% onto our lead foot, and that the action is very much a shoulder and arm action. We're looking for the backswing and through swing to be equidistant, so very much like the pendulum action we'd make in putting. The one difference that happens when we have more weight on our lead leg here, though, is that although the backswing and through swing are equidistant, what you'll notice is that my backswing, the club head is slightly higher to the ground, and the follow through is slightly lower to the ground. And that's just set by the way my body sets up at the address with the more weight on the lead foot. In no way am I trying to hit heavily down on the golf ball. A real misconception with this shot is that when you watch my action here, you will see that there is very little to no risk in this movement. But I am not trying to squeeze and force my wrists to be locked. The reason there is no wrist is just that in this length of action, in the golf swing, we don't have wrist. So whether I was making a full swing with my 7-iron, I still wouldn't have begun to break my wrist in that part of the action. I am making sure that I have a light grip pressure, but firm enough to control the club. But due to the fact that my shoulders and arms are moving together and that there's not a huge amount of momentum in this swing, that doesn't force the wrist to hinge. So just remember, you have not to try to lock the wrists up. So when we're playing this shot, I'm going to have a look at my target, which is sitting out maybe kind of 25 feet in front of me there. My practice swings, I'm doing two things. With the practice swing, I'm trying to both feel for the amount of swing I think I need to play that shot, but secondly, and equally as important, I'm getting a feeling for the contact with the grass at the bottom of the swing. Whatever you do when you play this shot, do not make practice swings hovering above the ground and missing the ground. If you do that, as soon as you go to the ball, you're going to either overcompensate and dig into the ground, or you're going to repeat that movement and hit the top of the golf ball. So practice swings for two reasons. Length of swing required, contact with turf. Once you feel, maybe two practice swings I feel is quite good. Once you do that, you get a feel for the length of the swing you require to hit the shot. You're then going to set up to the ball. You're going to repeat that action. The ball is then going to bump and chip forwards onto the green. So if we do that once again, my first ball has rolled a little bit past. So if this was my practice here, I need to focus when I'm practice on learning from each shot I hit. So my practice swing this time, I'm going to take just a little bit off of it, still getting a feeling for the contact with the grass at the bottom. So we've taken a little bit off of the practice swing. That is going to allow the ball to travel slightly shorter and to finish up much closer to the hole. When you're playing the chip and run shot also, you can read that kind of like a putt. So before you're playing your shot, you can look, and this shot here actually has a very, very slight left to right turn on it. So I'm going to play one last one here. Once again, I've got my feel for my distance and my contact with the turf. I'm going to adjust my alignment very slightly to the left of the hole. By doing so, if I repeat the same swing, the ball now has started a little bit more to the left, and nearly, and it finishes much, much closer to the hole. So playing the chip and run shot, you're getting a feeling for the length of the swing through your practice swing. You're getting a feeling for the contact with the turf. You can remember to look at your line, because not every chip, as not every putt, is going to be straight. So you may have to read slight bit of slope into that shot. And remember that you're not trying to lock your wrists out. Your wrists are not moving because your shoulders and arms are moving in time. And that is the reason that your wrists are not hinging, as opposed to you trying not to hinge the wrist. So I hope that helps you. Come watch more of my videos. I hope these will help you improve your game.